Tonight, Real Madrid faces a story that feels ripped straight from a drama script. Vinícius Jr., the electrifying forward who once embodied Madrid's ebullient attack, reportedly wants to leave the club immediately. The catalyst was not a single catastrophic moment, but a sequence, a controversial benching in Oviedo, media narratives that painted him as a problem, and the seismic arrival of Kylian Mbappé that has reshaped internal priorities. Those closest to Vinícius say he feels sidelined and misunderstood. He sees a playing plan that now orbits a new superstar and fears his role is shrinking. That perception, more than any single stat, has wounded him. Inside the dressing room, the scene has shifted from camaraderie to calculation. Players exchange fewer open smiles, training room conversations feel pragmatic rather than playful, and the Brazilian contingent no longer projects the unified front fans assumed are. Rodrigo, for his part, has privately drawn a line. He's not prepared to accept a secondary role just to patch an overloaded left wing. Two high-profile Brazilians at odds put Xabi Alonso in the impossible position of being both tactician and therapist, trying to balance rotation, morale and results without letting any single personality tilt the room toward disaster. Above them all, Florentino Perez watches with the measured urgency he reserves for moments that can define eras. The club's valuation of Vinícius at roughly Euros 200 million is not only a price tag but a power play, a public message that Real Madrid will not be rushed into a sale that looks like capitulation. That iron stance protects market value and authority, but it comes with a cost. If no buyer meets that valuation this summer, Madrid risks keeping a discontented star who believes his path lies elsewhere. That kind of unresolved grievance can poison selection decisions and make every substitution seem loaded. The media has fed the fire, of course. Every substitution, every camera shot, every interview is passed and amplified, and narratives begin to feel like self-fulfilling prophecies. For Vinícius, each headline reads like another chisel on a relationship that used to be simple and affectionate. For fans, the worry is visceral. When off-field drama steals attention from performance, the hunt for trophies becomes messier. Looking at the market, plausible suitors exist on paper. Clubs with the financial muscle and sporting allure of PSG or Manchester City could make sense, and the Premier League's heavyweights might tempt a player hungry for a fresh stage. There's also the new non-European market that has shown it can move quickly for marquee names. But valuations and wages are sticky. Even when money flows, matching sporting ambition and image matters deeply to players who still want to compete at the highest level. If a transfer doesn't materialize, the immediate job is damage control. Rebuild player confidence, clarify roles, and restore an environment where the locker room's collective focus returns to winning. That rests partly on Xabi Alonso's shoulders. Can he reframe the narrative on the training pitch, rotate intelligently, and manage minutes so that talent becomes complement rather than conflict? It also rests on leadership off the pitch, where conversations must be honest and swift. The human side of this story is easy to miss in headlines, but it matters most. Vinícius is still young and has carried enormous expectations for years. The emotional toll of feeling underappreciated at a club that once seemed to champion him is real. Rodrigo's stance is not villainy but self-preservation. Every professional must guard the trajectory of his career. The club's strategy, whether to hold the line on valuation or to find a pragmatic route out, will be judged not only by finances but by its effect on team spirit. In the days ahead, watch for the signs that reveal which path Madrid chooses. Formal offers on the table, public messages that harden or soften, and selection patterns that suggest the club is either reasserting unity or merely papering over deeper cracks. A sensational sale would reset the narrative and give Madrid new resources, but a forced, costly retention risks a season overshadowed by simmering tension. No matter the outcome, this moment will be a defining chapter in how Real Madrid balances pride, power, and people, a reminder that football is as much about managing human hearts as it is about managing transfers and tactics.